Right, we're just going to fix this section of plaster here, quite loose, so we'll take the loose plaster off. It's had some work done on the opposite side, and there's a bathroom on the other side, so get the loose bits of cement and mortar out. Move it down a minute. Important to take this off, otherwise it's not going to be a strong job. Loosening in between the courses where it's cracked. And put new mortar back in and firm it up again. There's a bit of a texture on the wall to match up to there as well, which we'll try to do, but that little hole's finished up much bigger now, so I'll mix some triple wash white sand up with Gyprock CSR stopping plaster, maybe about 1 to 5, one of Gyprock CSR stopping plaster, and I'll mix it with the white triple wash sand. And that sticks as well as keying in. Cement really keys in only, but with the plaster and it's going to stick to the bricks as well, and it'll be a better job. Was used on very good jobs, plaster and sand mix. Sometimes architects specify in hospitals for the plaster and sand mix to be used. Okay, we'll move on to the next step in a minute. Okay, we'll give this a bit of wet down. Get the dust off, and it's good that the bricks are wet, so it all dries as one too, I think. That's probably how it works. Okay, get rid of any dust, so the plaster and sand will stick straight to the brick or the old render that's still on the wall. Here is it. Keep on going with this wall, but I think we'll draw a line about here. The wall might be quite loose actually. We can draw a line somewhere. Otherwise we'll finish up losing the whole wall. Okay, so that's pretty well ready to make a mix up and put on now. Right, the next step is we've got the triple wash sand here. It's got no clay in it. It's very, very fine. And we'll put some water with that until it floats starts floating a little bit. And water's there, and we've got the CSR Gyprock corner cement stopping plaster there to mix with it, and that works quite well, gives a good mix. You can use a weak cement mix, but I think the stopping plaster and sand is a better mix. We'll tip the water in. Takes a little while to soak in. Sand. Right. Start putting a bit of plaster in there. Takes a little bit of hand mixing. You can get a drill with an attachment, but unless you're doing big areas, this way will do. But make sure it's mixed up thoroughly. Make sure it's all white with the plaster through it. Put that on a minute and then it's a little bit runny, so we'll put a bit more plaster in that. Coming a bit better consistency now. Mix deep down, make sure all the sand is mixed well in with the plaster. Not that easy to get the grip off CSR stock and plaster, but shops, some plaster shops still do stock at CSR. Okay, it's not a bad mix now. It's come up about that consistency is about right, maybe a touch, go a touch thicker if you want, but it's not too bad. Okay, we'll put that on the wall now. We'll use a 6-inch scraper and just a trowel. I use a raglan trowel, Italian trowel, and a hide scraper with a shaped handle, which is good for your hand because it puts a lot of pressure on your hands. You're using the scraper for plastering. You just put that on now. You just pick it up and just lay it on. Mix it up as you're putting it on, as you get to the bottom of it. You can put it under your trowel first, like that too if you want, or just straight from the pot. Very hard to mix it at the bottom as you're first mixing it, so as you're putting it on, getting lower, you just keep mixing it up. Quite thin, maybe 1940s house, so it's not thick render. The older houses usually have a thicker render. Some of the 1880s houses, maybe an inch and a half thick, some of the render. You see the uneven brickwork. I think the plumbing's been done in the bathroom at some stage. A bit easy to use the trowel it on, lay it off a bit more level. Okay. Okay, that's not too bad. We'll wait until that takes up a bit and scrape it off a bit more level. Maybe shape it up a little bit more as it takes up that plaster. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes maybe, but it's probably going to take 10 minutes to harden up that render. So in the meantime I'll mix up a little mix of cornice adhesive, Gyprock CSR cornice cement, 45 minutes. So that'll be ready to put on when I've scraped it off. Let's start to take up a little bit now. Mix this up. Let that sit and take up, so it'll be going off a bit when I'm ready to use it. A lot about timing. You get out of it quick enough. You get out of the job in good time. Okay, we'll just let that soak for a minute. And I'll probably use a little bit of accelerator with this mix in a minute too to make that go off quick also. That's an accelerator there, you can buy that from the plaster shops too. What is it, SMA? Quite fine print there. But that's the accelerator. 10k, it's quite cheap. It'll just speed your mix up if you need it on a small job. Have a look at this render now. Maybe throw it a little bit flatter. Quite well mixed. should be ready to scrape back. We'll start putting the white on them. Just try and get as level as I can, with less scraping. No holes left. More dips in it, just go up. We'll give it another 5 minutes and I'll give it a scrape off. I'm trying to get it quite flat. That's taken up enough to be able to scrape it back. I'll just use the back of my trowel. You can just judge on a small area like this. On a big area, you may want to use it to spray it. Or in a small area, you can still use double check with the straight edge as well if you like. It doesn't hurt. Too bad, so I'll mix this corner cement up. Just a touch more water actually. I'll put a bit of accelerator with this to speed it up, get the job moving quicker. Okay. A couple of spots here where it's dragged, it's still a little bit soft, but that won't matter too much. Right, I'll put a bit of accelerator in. You don't have to put too much in. Works maybe about a 1/4 cup. Works very efficiently. And mix it right in. Oh, that's just reasonably well. Turn on. Blow it up. Probably set in about 5 minutes I think, or maybe even less. Maybe a 1940s house for this. Quite nice. Nice panels in the ceiling on it. final polish on that. We'll let that take up maybe for about 3 minutes. I'll give it a scrape back and then give it a final polish. Okay, it's pretty well ready to do. We'll give it a bit of a scrape back. A little bit soft. More accelerator. For the polish, we'll just splash a little bit of water on it. I'll finish off a bit. Just add not too much water, just as it needs it to travel glide. Corner cement sticks quite well to paintwork. Big advantage using the CSR corner cement, it sticks well. Won't bubble off, won't start to bubble or flake off, particularly when you're trying to paint it. And bottom up a bit. Okay, way to test it, run back your hand over it. Still a little bit sticky, hasn't set, but it's pretty well trailed up. With a bit of accelerator with the water as well. Some of the small ones you can be waiting a while everything takes up. Just do cross actions going. Alright, it's pretty close there. Particularly we've got to put another rough cast on there as well yet, so we'll water this plaster down a bit and add a bit of, so I can dab it on with the brush. and put a little bit of sand with it. Make it a bit more runny so you can dab it on with the brush to make that texture. Try and make it, you can't always get exactly the same. Mix a runny mix of sand and plaster to try and get it. The original one's got some grains of sand in it. Okay. Just sort of do dab sort of stroke. Brush it a little bit as well. I might brush it on first, just to really try and see what works as you're doing this. And I'll give a dab at the end. Careful on the edges, if you see any sticking out, smooth those off a bit. It doesn't look very good if you leave it smooth and the rest of the wall's got texture on it. It's important to try and get something like the original texture that's on the wall. Bring a bit more on there, I think. One of the hardest parts doing old houses, matching up the texture, unless you saw how they originally did it. It's very hard to, you just do the best you can, really. heavy. Gets all claved up. You can get different textures then. Well, we're going to get something like it. It's not going to be perfect. But when it's dry, you can also sand it down a bit and well, get any high spots out and match it up a bit as well at the stage just before you paint it or after it's dried anyway. Okay, that's probably pretty close to it. Any more adjustments have to be done just as it's dried out. Whether it's a bit too harsh a texture, another light sand. So that's what I've managed to do there. This was the texture, trying to match up to the original. And that's the finished product there. The house got some nice fibrous plaster decoration in it, cornice. Some particularly nice decoration. Maybe 1950s style, like the late 40s.